Hey guys, we're here. Playing more
Now,
Psycholonials. Last time, we became, Dennis Prager.
Yes,
the
that
father
is
of Soviet
also what I said.
communism and the greatest mass murderer of them all.
Yes.
I wish. What if it comes out that Prague University is actually uh, like it's funded by like a socialist organization to make to
Oh
just
my
make
god,
completely
dude!
ridiculous conservative content?
That would be amazing. Holy
He
shit.
really is the father of Soviet
That would be
communism.
that'd be the best prank of all time, I think.
Welcome to Chapter 8, everybody.
On this glorious day, that is Lucina's birthday, I got vaccinated.
Yes.
Viewers.
Sadly, we
when-
did wait until 420 to play the Chapter 8. I'm sorry.
No,
but now
that's not
Chapter
good.
9 is also
You didn't
Those
have
are
to.
powers yet, but we're holding out hope.
You didn't have to address it, but now it's too late.
Well, you already said it was Lucina's birthday.
But you're expecting our viewers to have any form of intelligence.
We have
And
Dan
that's-
on this channel who'll bring it up at least fucking once.
Or if you're in our friend group, he'll bring it up every minute.
Bring it up literally every day.
Hey guys, did you know that Lucina shares a birthday with Ben Shapiro?
Awesome. And Bakugo from My Hero Academia.
Okay, now
Yeah.
that makes sense. You love to see it. I do love to see it. Finally taking the gloves off. I mean, makes it more real now, like it's not a game anymore. Of course, it never was a game to begin with. It's always been serious shit. But the way some of these chuckle fucks like to run their mouths, you might never know it. Where did
Aren't
they
they
think
the
this was
chucklefucks?
going to lead? Did they not understand that talking shit has consequences? That the supreme hunk effects is not a woman with whom these sewer rats should trifle?
Rats!
Rats! We're the rats. Ah well. Problem solved. That's the thing about having loud, shitty opinions online. Once you stop existing, your bad opinions stop mattering. Foul. Like somebody once said, when there's a person, there's a problem. I'm pretty sure that was Dennis Prager. When there's no person, there's no problem. So it stands to reason when lots of people disappear, a whole lot of problems go away, right? You fucking bet. Okay, should we do the fake choice thing again? It's what you've come to expect from me after all, and just
Yes,
like you,
please.
I hate letting my fans down. Almost as much as I hate letting my aunties off the hook. So what are the possibilities at this juncture? Not that it fucking matters, because you know that... No, I'm just gonna lock the thing again. But let's just agree to humor each other one
I
more
disagree
time.
with Andrew. I actually quite enjoy disappointing the fans. I think
Yes.
it's fun.
Wait, on second thought, call off... Okay, so... Yeah, these are the options. Wait! On second thought, call off the hater purge you... Call off the hater purge you just ordered like a weak bitch. Boo-hoo, innocent people will die. Just forget you ever dreamt you were any sort of hard ass and go crying back to Monty in her grave like a scared little piss baby. I'm sure the world will understand. Or you could embrace your destiny, realize like so many other great conquerors before you that this is simply what it takes.
I propose the third option. We gather all the clowns and we sip on the Jim Jones juice.
Yes. Spared these worms not a single precious thought beyond the moment you gave that order. Yeah, let's face it.
Okay.
Yeah, we all know the drill now. Meaningful choices in the story can only be unlocked by a true successor, and that's still not you. Not quite yet. You're so damn close, though. It's like Riotous was just saying. You're really speedrunning this shit. running so fast, almost seems like you're outrunning your own ability to stop, think, and make real decisions. Maybe once you figure out how to do that, it'll all finally click. Missing piece will fall into place, and that successor status, which you've fallen just short of for so long, it'll all finally be yours, won't it? Well, I just gave the fucking thing away, didn't I? Lamau, whatever. See you again soon, Shen.
This reminds me, since it has been a bit, let's get a checkup on the
Grinch
Rule
heart!
34.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Grinch.
Jolt, could you,
I'm on it. Let's see.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
What is this, guys?
Come on.
Game's about to be over, and there's nothing else.
I think, okay, here's my thought. With what that just kind of said, should we maybe, like, go through the beginning and, like, try and go, like, through all of this and get to that point again? Because currently it
No.
thinks that we're just skipping to chapters.
Nope.
But do you want to do it again just for the shits and giggles off recording?
What, I don't. What's the
Yeah.
difference? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think it might unlock the options.
I don't know.
Okay. 1 month later.
Andrew would not design a game poorly. I refuse to believe that we're not being rewarded for playing the game in sequence as intended.
We're not, though. We're literally skipping still.
300 million followers.
838, thank you very much. The brand hasn't been doing too badly these days. In fact, it would be hard to imagine how it could be doing any better, considering your account now has more followers than any other account in the world, short of Instagram itself. But even then, with Instagram sitting at 358 million, you aren't too far behind passing that milestone either.
Do
You
people
don't
follow the Instagram account?
I think you're instantly forced to follow it.
I mean, by that metric, there would only be 20 million people who do not follow Z.
Yeah, well, 20 million people who have Instagram and don't follow Z.
Yeah, that doesn't sound realistic.
Who knows?
I don't think you automatically follow it.
Do you have an Instagram?
I think, yeah, I do.
I don't know,
Follow me
man.
on Instagram, viewers. I post
At-
nothing.
At
I don't post
69
anything.
clown boner 420.
I will. It takes none of your time to keep up with this content.
Yeah, it's literally the quickest like account you could possibly keep up with. That's not true. I actually sometimes post me messing around on ukulele there.
Nice. I don't.
Occasionally.
And you don't see much standing in your way of that feat, seeing as you recently made short work of other names you once thought untouchable. It was 35 days ago you dealt with Jokulane and ordered the great summer purge of 2020 later that night. While your covert ops people all over the world were quietly mowing down the haters and the antis, your brand was busy zipping past the top accounts. In the final week of July, it was Kim Kardashian, then Selena Gomez, then Kylie Jenner. 3 queens who you're quite sure would never bother to bat an eye at a pest like you. How quickly they've been reduced to relative obscurity and poverty compared to you. You doubt you'd even answer a text message from any of them at this point.
Oh, wow, we got a badass over here.
Oh no, wow. Days later, you topple actor and professional wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, followed shortly by a musician and actress named Ariana Grande. Impressive milestone to pass for sure, but by then you weren't even paying attention to them. Your eyes were squarely locked on the #1 spot, held by the legendary football Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is that true?
I hope so.
You had never heard of him since you know nothing of soccer, but he's a good-looking guy, and you made sure to blow him a kiss as you passed him. None of this is personal unless they make it personal, in which case you have ways of dealing with that. And then you mostly checked out of observing the rise letting almost another 100 million followers pile on top of that. The feeding frenzy fueling your brain is practically on autopilot now, and is undeniably political. Everyone in the world wants to keep an eye on the clown girl who somehow has her boot on the face of a hapless, disease-stricken, failed state known as America. Wow. But you're still somewhat taken back by the continued success of your account. Considering you don't post nearly as much content as you used to, it was once the most critical priority, pushing that content out every day. It was the sole driver of the numbers. Whereas now, the movement is along with the geopolitical complexity resulting from your every move, just as well. Producing a broad range of engaging social media content is a chore you really don't need since you've got a rogue state to run. Rather than carefully planning shoots and crafting perfect aesthetic as you once did, you've mostly been getting by posing nearly all your sick and expensive contraband. Fortunately, your subscribers seem more than appeased by these offerings. Speaking of geopolitical complexity, we have destroyed Iraq, apparently.
Mhm.
Isn't that one like Twisty Tower in Iraq?
Tilted Towers?
No, like the
Yeah.
one in the middle there.
I don't know.
How similar is the Fortnite map to Iraq?
Damn, America is just training kids to go in
Why
Iraq.
Fortnite is actually an analog for the U.S. invasion of Iraq.
Because they jump
Matt,
out
please make
the U.S. soldiers jump out of the battle bus.
That'll be the next Air Force like R&D. It's how to make the battle bus.
Well, a cold civil war has been simmering under the surface of daily American life since your treaty brought open hostilities to a relative standstill. There has been no such peace in many nations around the world. Oh fuck, this might actually be Iraq. The jubilate craze that transcends culture and language barriers. And some countries have gone crazier with it than others. Oh, never mind, it's Russia. The media is most abuzz with the events of last
I want
week.
it to be Iraq though, so bad.
Yeah, me too.
I want Iraq to be more based than the U.S. deep in my heart.
The media is most abuzz with the events of last week, which saw the fall of the Russian government. Jubilites ransacked the Kremlin, now have full control over the military. This is surprising to you. A Russian coup was somehow wasn't on your radar at all. But you guess it wasn't too out of character for the nation. It was about 100 years ago these people did roughly the same thing after all. Maybe the instinct for this revolution passed on by their ancestors was activated by your radical clown messaging. Maybe it was in their blood all along, and that's why their shitty regime was the first to fall. But many other countries don't seem far behind, and appear to be on the brink of collapse too, as rowdy Jubilite factions continue to swell. If America is to share the same fate, it won't happen like it just did in Russia. America's brand of imperialism and capitalism was built to take a beating, designed to bring the whole world down with it if it's ever truly threatened. So, however you play this, you'll need to tread very carefully. You'll need to prepare a good strategy, especially if anything goes wrong. The backlash will be felt first and most fiercely by your tiny summer colony. In short, you'll need to prepare for war. So preparing for war is exactly what you've been doing this month. Oh fuck, that's the attack
shit.
helicopter. You have fully militarized the farmer island of Nantucket, with your advanced practices method still in full effect even without Joculine's oversight. The state of New Whimsy Bay has amassed nearly $1 trillion in hard assets and several trillion more in soft assets. The tabulation of these resources have never been an exact science, but then economists probably run into similar difficulties assessing the true extent of an entire nation's economic value. And that roughly describes the nature of your global movement now. It's a nation rivaling the GNI of many industrialized countries, with its population and assets spread out across every country in the world. That's pretty cool, you think. But that doesn't mean you're getting complacent. You have no intention of letting these assets go to waste. Counted among your many hard assets are many tangible acquisitions, including caches of weapons, vehicles, fuel, and supplies of war, and many other staples of society and self-sufficiency, stashed in every nation you could name. All conceivable contraband necessary for a burgeoning global paramilitary organization, and then some. With much of this equipment has ended up on your island. Holy shit. This dude has just become the fucking right-hand man, the pink-haired dude. Fucking... yeah.
It's gonna turn into Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, dude, I hope so. Holy
It already is. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah,
Sure
we
is.
literally spanned the gun around fucking... Death
We literally did the Ocelot revolver bit.
That's right.
You've established relationships with military contracting companies, which once viewed you with great suspicion due to your adversarial nature with their richest client, the US government. But recently they've become exponentially easier to do business with. You're discovering their allegiances turn out to be quite fungible when the executives start smelling money, or even more intoxicatingly, a sea change in the entire world order. Nothing you'll ever see covered in the media, but the moment Russia was seized by Jubilites, virtually the entire global economy order went into motion behind the scenes, beginning to rearrange itself to hedge all the bets. No one really knows who will come out on top of all this. And strangely, most of these people barely even care. They just don't want to be left holding the bag if they didn't bet on the winner. They all remind you of Abby's dad, who found new religion through Biden once his money started feeling sad. Plutocrats, oligarchs, financiers, and war profiteers are always unknowingly eager to find new rings to kiss. And the newer, the shinier the ring is, the faster they run to kiss it. You've just discovered another echelon of simps. It's simps all the way up society's ladder, and the higher they climb, the harder they simp. So the transactions began
The
to
capital
flow.
simps.
Yeah. A few fighter jets here, some anti-aircraft missiles there. Much of this war junk, to your surprise, actually came gratis. Friendly, appetizing lost leaders to grease the wheels, meant to establish a good business rapport with a young and stylish up-and-coming warlord. The only warlord in human history without absolutely fire and stuff. Few outcomes leave you gobsmacked these days. But you have to admit, watching military companies tripping over themselves to give you billions of dollars worth of free shit is pretty high up on the list. Jeez Louise. Wait, isn't this Abby's house?
Yeah,
I thought it explodey.
not her parents' house exploding.
Oh, alright. We're at the new
Yeah.
one.
Like where they actually live,
It's
not
fucking
this
D-classy, dude.
one. D-classy and 5G horse.
Yes. On the home front, your inner circle has become considerably more insular and well-vetted. A new right hand has emerged, a loyal and quiet clown named Mizzlebip. She's been in Ring 3 from the very beginning, and her diligent no-nonsense service has earned your trust. She's not a bad helicopter pilot either, considering she just started figuring it out this week after a new shipment of Apaches arrived. But even as paranoia makes your inner circle shrink, your revenge list grows. Since the night your purge was issued, your assassins have been working steadily and the body count has grown steeper. Abby, of course, wants nothing to do with this. Though she's retired from any formal position in the organization, she still hangs around the house since she has nothing else to do and nowhere else to go. She just keeps herself distracted with her personal project, been going about as well as anything else with the Jupe-like craze recently. She's been working directly with the guy you'll never stop referring to as Rat Monster, even though that's not his name anymore. Oh fuck, they're clowned up. He and his bandmates have effectively taken control of South Korea. Nice. And are currently in negotiations with the previous government over how to handle the full transition of power. Unlike the rascally wantonly clownish spectacle that took place in Russia recently, their revolution has been elegant and friendly, just like the boys themselves. The Korean government almost seems flattered that the boys offered to take over. Most of the country seems to be completely ecstatic about it. Inside, you find Abby in her usual spot, carved out of the hovel that has become her summer home's once posh living room. You observe that it looks much more similar to your old apartment's depression nest than it does to her parents' original interior decorating scheme. Empty bottles are everywhere. You'd be surprised if there was anything left in her previous decadent wine cellar. You shudder to think where some of these vintages come from. The Nantucket's shop and shop? Yikes. She also seems to have taken to vaping weed and listening to loud music almost constantly. Whatever gets her through the days, you guess.
Abby. Abby!
Huh?
Can you turn that down? I need to think about strategy.
Yeah, sure. I don't know why I'm such a fucking animal that I don't have headphones. But yeah, sure, I'll turn it down.
Too expensive for us.
Instead, listen to this shit on my shitty iPhone speaker.
Seems kind of early for you to be this wasted.
Sorry, I just, hardly have anything to do anymore. And it's like 4:20, and I can't be on social media. There's nothing to do in town except like hang out with crazy people who treat me weird because of my celebrity. Also, the whole island is a cesspit of coronavirus, and I don't want to be contributing to that scene. I like referring to it as a scene.
Yeah, that sure became a fucking problem, didn't it? But it's also a problem everywhere in this shitty country, so I don't know, kind of an easy target to blame the anarchists of Clown Island for losing control of a disease that is the most powerful nation on Earth. That the most powerful nation on Earth lost control of months ago.
Oh, believe me, I'm aware. That's why if I ever really wanted to leave this place, I'm not sure where I'd go. America is hell, and I'm pretty sure I'm on the most wanted terror list by now.
Well, what about Korea? Your boy Rat Monster could always grant you asylum. Doesn't he basically run that whole fucking country now?
I think so. The political situation there is confusing, and I'm pretty sure they extradite to the U.S. I think he's working out some deal with the existing government, a treaty of some sort, kind of like what you did.
Oh yeah, sounds like he's well on his way to just being the de facto president. That's how these things go. With the support he has, I'm sure the old government will be vestigial in no time.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in a while. Abby, might I suggest Argentina?
Yes.
He's too busy, and I don't want to bug him. It's one thing for me to encourage a coup initially, but now that it has a life of its own, I don't actually know anything about the politics. I can't help these guys anymore. At the end of the day, I'm just an overzealous fangirl who got carried away and likes horses.
So that's a no on South Korean asylum. Damn. I guess I could cross it off my list if the shit was... I guess I could cross it off my list too if the shit gets too hot.
I don't know if it's a no. I don't know anything. It still feels completely insane to me. I was talking to them at all. I would feel presumptuous asking them to protect me from the full wrath of the American government.
Guess it's always Fiji?
You mean Argentina?
No one ever checks Tahiti.
No one.
That's a Joel Haver reference. Viewers, if you understood that reference, you're cool.
Yeah, and I did.
I'm glad. I hope so.
Huh?
Huh?
That was my original getaway location, remember? Before we even came here.
Oh yeah.
Sounds fucking nice, actually.
Yeah. Sigh. I'm not even serious about leaving. I'd be scared too, I think. We're completely surrounded. What if our plane got shot down?
Guess that's possible. It's not like I want you to go either. With all due respect to Secretary Mizzlebip here, who has been solid as fuck. You're still all I've got. I'd absolutely fucking lose it if you weren't here, and that probably wouldn't be good for anybody. Your turn. Joel.
Joel
I
Haver.
know. I was talking to someone. It's good. No, it sure wouldn't. Just forget I said anything. I'll go back to my trash pile and keep vaping all this weed.
That's a life.
Relatable.
Aw, come on. As long as you're here and you say you got nothing to do, why not help out? Why not hang out with us and help?
I told you already. I'm useless politically. This is so far over my head now. It's also insane and scary, and there's too many dead people in the news all the time, and too much military industrial stuff all over the island.
I know how fucked up it all is, but saying you're useless is bullshit. You helped so much in the beginning. None of this could have happened without you. You were very smart and trustworthy and decent. And decent.
Decent.
The movement only suffers without your input.
But you stopped listening to my input. I said how weird I felt about killing and stuff, and you just ended up putting hits out on your entire list.
Well, yeah. I was in a bad place that night.
She hit the first checkbox in the YouTuber apology checklist. The bad place defense. A bad place? How many people are dead now? Who even were these people?
A broad consortium of abject filth who had it coming. But the point is, I probably wouldn't have done it if you just stuck around and kept me in line with, like, your good sense and morals or whatever.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's totally my fault. I'm really sorry that I'm responsible for all the good and bad things you do. We're going off script. That's the new line. That's why I pulled back, because it hurts too much to feel complicit in every fucked up thing this turn. Every fucked up turn this takes. Do you know what emotional abuse is? If you say you're gonna hurt people unless I keep being involved to play the role of your conscience, it's kind of
What's important is my opponent wouldn't know how to answer that question. Oh, damn. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even said that it was fucked up. Oh, look. I haven't ordered a single hit since last night.
Exactly 1 day since the last killing. That fucking
1 day
calendar
since
meme.
Last accident.
Yeah. Lamau, what a thing to say. Also, is it even true? I keep hearing about shit.
Well, okay, it's mostly true. More people got added to the list, but not like antis or whatever. I mean, like ghastly capitalist scumbags with real blood on their hands.
All of Nestle. Understand.
Wow.
Stay.
Fucking Javi's losing
Whoa,
his
whoa.
shit.
Don't get Nestle to come after us. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Fuck Nestle. All my homies hate Nestle.
Yeah, but cut that out for real.
Yeah, please. I was trying to get a sponsor deal working with Nestle. Really.
Nestle proud to announce that they are officially slave labor free *.
It's like it's like that one Simpson bit where he has like the business card. They just like put a question mark at the save labor, and then a free exclamation mark. Okay.
Nothing like what happened that night, though. I was really off the deep end. Messed up about what my creepy stalker did to your parents and having crazy visions and shit. The only reason you keep hearing about stuff happening is because the guys keep working through the list. You know how they are, like a damn dog with a bone.
Jesus.
Thank you.
What?
This conversation is ludicrous. That's why I backed off. Do you even know what you're saying anymore? Acting like a mass execution list you signed off on a month ago is something out of your hands now. And your Clowny Death Brigade will do whatever it's going to do. The things I've read in the news, the Bezos hit, that was you, right? Wow, Andrew Hussey talking about people being accountable for shit they say to people. That's kind of... I mean, it's not ahead of its time anymore. But perhaps if this was, like, made... what do you call it? Like, if he had planned this or made this all and then it's now being released episodically after it was made, you know, it's kind of topical. But now it's a little bit past that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on the list, yeah.
Andrew Hussey was on the list?
No, Bezos.
He's on our list. Cut that out.
Yeah, on our list of people we would totally consensually
List of
have
good
sex
game
with.
developers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Why was he even on the list?
Is this what we're really gonna do now, Abby? Shed some sad liberal tears for fucking Jeff fucking Bezos.
Yeah, Abby is such a fucking snowflake, for real. I don't give a shit about Jeff Bezos. He sucked.
Exactly. So what's the problem?
Do you realize that when he died, Amazon's stock price didn't even go down? It went up, actually.
So?
So he was just a stooge, a little weasel man who barely... I like the
Holy
mental
fuck.
image of
Yeah.
referring to him as a little weasel man.
Holy shit.
Who barely even
Wearing a
mattered.
big suit.
The guy who had too much money who thought he was important. That's true. You can remove the CEO or fire them from a corporation, and it doesn't really change much about the corporation. Oftentimes.
Yeah, I'm not hearing an argument for why he should still be alive.
I'm not even making an argument. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but maybe the point is, it sounds like there are times when you don't either.
I don't know. I think the statement was pretty simple.
Hear me out. If we kill
The dude
every
is evil
single
and had
CEO,
too much money because he exploited all his workers, so now he's dead, which is good.
well, if we kill every CEO of Amazon,
then
eventually-
we're getting somewhere.
then eventually they'll stop having CEOs because they'll, you know, the position will just be too high risk.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what? Are the workers still being exploited?
Oh, almost certainly.
So then, what's next? How do you stop it?
I'm working on it.
Stop addressing socioeconomic issues. Now observe as we do something completely unrelated.
Now for
Yeah.
something completely unrelated.
Yes, that is very cool. Workers are being exploited. No. I'm going to jingle my keys over here. Look at this paper we have published about how we will stop racism in the next 5 years, and then 5 years later, write another paper on the same topic, and proceed to do none of these things.
We could stop racism.
This is why we
but,
need nuclear power to fight racism.
Yeah, the CEO of racism, or sorry, the CEO is useless. The corporation of racism is much too strong, unfortunately,
We can't just kill the CEO of
You
racism and stop the whole thing.
as we have learned from Andrew Hussey.
Thank you.
This is all a very complicated process, involving a campaign being waged on multiple fronts at once. You'd know this if you actually stayed in the loop instead of lying around stoned all day, And it's hard enough coordinating all this shit without your help, let alone when I have to contend with your liberal finger wagging.
Dan,
Is Racism Inc. or LLC a thing? There's Anti-Racism Inc.
I like this face that she has.
That's pretty good. I'm not being liberal. Libs owned once again. This isn't some lib shit. Like, think about poor Jeff Bezos nonsense. What the fuck do I have to do to prove that I'm not Hillary fucking Clinton? I hope you steal my parents' money to fund your socialist clown movement, and that one of your backstabbing aunties blew up their house. Oh, helped, not hope. Whatever, too late. I hid you from the cops for weeks while you launched your brand, and then I went along with it while I planned the entire execution of the entire police force. And then I supported you when you faked a terrorist incident to steal literally thousands of homes from residents of this island. How much more do I have to show? I don't have any sympathies for the evil forces that have been fighting this whole time. Can you understand that I'm wondering where you're actually going with these insane purges of haters and rich people? It's not about some ideological reservation. This has more to do with the fact that I'm actually scared of the whole situation you put us in.
Yeah, I get that. I was never even married to the idea of knocking off everybody on my shit list. I could just put in the order to halt the operation. Is that what you want?
I love just seeing other clown in the background.
yeah, me too.
Is that what you want?
Is that what you want?
Is it what you want? Is it what you want?
No, because you're asking me again.
I like the way you said that. Like, you're just, no.
Oh. Which means you're implicating me in this decision-making process. You're outsourcing outsourcing. That's kind of cringe. Kind of cringe coming from you, Z. You're outsourcing your conscience, which means I have the responsibility to stop you from doing bad shit. And I already told you I can't take the stress of that.
I see. Maybe we should dial it down. We're yelling in front of Mistlebib.
Yeah.
She's very sensitive. Well, pronouns, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she could identify as she.
Nope.
I don't want to say this line because I do give a fuck about Mistlebib, but just know that that's what Abby thinks, but not me as a person.
That she doesn't.
Wow.
I'm just gonna zoom in on that face every time it's said. I'm sorry, Mistlebib. You know what I mean. This has nothing to do with you.
Okay, Mistlebib's feelings notwithstanding.
Good deflect.
I think I see where you're coming from. Nice spelling error, I'll see. You don't want to be like the angel on my shoulder or whatever. I already knew that. I was cool with you checking out. But it really sounds more like you're worried about what's going to happen to us because you don't think I have a coherent plan. Like I'm just offing guys for the hell of it and triggering the collapse of foreign governments, which kicks ass and all, but ultimately I don't know where this is going. Is that it?
Well, yeah, that is literally what I said like 2 pages ago, yes.
Okay, then help me with some plans. Get involved in these meetings so you can see I have a plan. That's what we were just about to do, see? Mistlebib brought all these fucking maps. I could just walk you through the next play to help set your mind at ease.
Double ellipses. Okay. I'll listen to whatever it is you're planning next.
So we got Martha's Vineyard right over here, right? Recent developments lead me to believe the time is ripe for an invasion. Well, not invasion so much as annexation. Mobilizing our
Yeah, okay.
for commandeering.
Maybe kill a few
Eminent
people.
domain is what it is called.
Imperialism.
No.
Yeah, no.
Mobilizing our ships past the naval blockade and sending aircraft over there to formally invade my
MV.
to formally invade MV would be real dicey. Turn our cold conflict into a hot one too fast.
What is MV?
Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, okay.
But for a couple of months now, our guys have been laying the groundwork on that island in pretty much the same way they did here, but on a bigger scale. You know how it is there, it's just like here. Thousands of empty summer homes that can be easily occupied. The infiltration has already been underway. I just have to send the signal and our guys take over the whole country more officially. Like, raise our flag, crush the police, chase them all out. Then we put out some sick content online to formalize the annexation, show how successful it was, and how easily the whole place fell. It's just as much about good propaganda as it is about expanding our territory so we can show the government we can't be contained and pushed around that easily. We'll have a lot more leverage for the next phases of the operation.
Wow, that is a fucking jet going off.
Yeah. So, ellipses, question mark. What do you think of the plan? Are you satisfied that I have an actual strategy yet? That I'm not just bullshitting my way through this?
Oh yeah, I'm glad to see that all the things that I just said that you're doing are, you're still doing them.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What's so funny?
This is your plan to invade Martha's fucking vineyard?
Not invade, annex.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe this.
Bitch, don't laugh. This is serious. It's a serious plan.
It's fucking ridiculous. We can barely run one island as it is. Thousands of people here are sick. We're surrounded by the fucking Navy. They could shut off the power and supply chains anytime, really. Or just outright storm the island if they finally got fed up. And you want another island to deal with?
Yeah, why not?
What about the fucking treaty? You signed a non-aggression pact, and it was a miracle the government even allowed it in the first place.
Believe me, I haven't forgotten about that piece of shit treaty. And it wasn't a miracle, it was just a lie. Something the government used to buy them some time while they figured out the best way to wipe us out, while defusing the ticking time bomb all the mainland Jubilites represent. They have no intention of honoring the treaty in the long run. When has America ever bothered with that? So I'm just doing what I always do. The only defense is to always stay on offense. I'm preparing in advance for the moment they rip the treaty up. It will encourage Jubilites everywhere to stake more claim over the rest of the country if we can secure more territory for the homeland.
Homeland? Z, you moved here 3 years ago.
You know what I mean?
I think that's my favorite, the favorite sentence so far. What do you mean your neighborhood? You moved here 2 months ago. It wasn't even the homeland of the people we just kicked out. Nantucket is a native word. Oh damn, Abby's going off. If we start talking about things that way, aren't we just doing the things we said were bad? I don't know. I think I'm losing the plot here.
Same. It's perfectly simple. Yes, American imperialism is evil, so we are taking a stand against it. And the only way to do that is capture and repurpose territory in order to weaken America.
Ah, I see.
America.
We're doing the American foreign diplomacy tactic of destabilizing countries, but we're doing it to them.
And this must be done even if we are not the original inhabitants of the land, because we have no choice. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we'd have to sit back and say, go ahead, keep being evil, America, because we're all too much of a bunch of pussies to claim anything for ourselves. Get it?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. You absolutely had to kill people. You were forced by the American government to do it.
For all the evil things they do.
Mm-hmm.
But
But are you really telling me you don't see any humor or absurdity in the fact that you're in my living room with a bunch of fucking maps plotting an invasion, or excuse me, an annexation of Martha's fucking vineyard? A few months ago, you were struggling to wake up before 3 p.m. and cringe posting on TikTok. I think Abby, I've always liked Abby's character, but I think she's just definitively my favorite character now.
It's pretty great. But you can't beat out Percy. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. I
Abby's
can't
second
believe
vote.
I even forgot about Percy.
Yeah, well, I pulled my shit together largely in thanks to you, in case you forgot. And actually, no, I don't see anything funny about my annexation plans. It's serious shit. I'm fighting for our lives here. Why are you having a sudden attack of self-awareness and calling all this funny? It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
All looking like clowns. What about this makes you think this is funny? You don't have to contribute to our planning sessions if you don't want, but don't start treating me like a joke. I own fucking helicopters, bitch. The kinds with fucking missiles.
That's like a Trump tweet right there.
I got like anti-aircraft jams all over this fucking island. I'm moving billions of dollars in deadly hardware around. Tanks and shit. Stop laughing! Nobody else in the world is laughing at me. They're all afraid of what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, this is really psycho shit.
Z's cringe.
It's pretty cringe. And the ones who aren't on pins and fucking needles anticipating my next move with zealous devotion, fucking Russia fell, you silly bitch. You know who did that? Me! I did it! Not really, though. Do you have any idea how many nuclear weapons Russia has? Something like 7,000, citation needed. I looked it up. Well, there's the citation. Now, I'm the one who controls those nukes.
Do you actually, though?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? The Sectarian Jubilee movement in Russia looks to me for leadership. I've talked to those guys. They love me over there. They're just like my American fans. It's a whole army of simps who would do anything I said.
Okay, and have you actually put that to the test?
I mean, not yet. I've been fucking busy here. What would I even tell them to do? I don't speak Russian.
True. That's a pretty good question. Seems like a question someone who was just bragging about assuming full control over Russia should be able to answer.
I don't think you really get how this works. I'm the supreme hontifex of a global movement. I need to be able to delegate. Let the Russian guys figure shit out over there,
Like
because
a
I
good
don't
CEO.
really know how anything works there.
But you were just saying you're the one who controls the country and now all their nukes. Seriously, what would you even plan on doing with those nukes?
Ellipses, nothing. That's what you're fucking supposed to do with them. Just let them sit there menacingly.
Yeah, you're supposed to be part of the mutually assured destruction. That's all.
It's about the turns and shit. Didn't you play Hello Gear?
Yes, we did, gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll see it.
Is that what the game is about?
Yes.
Kind of. It's about a lot of things, but that is a theme the game series touches on.
Another thing it's about.
I thought it was just a super long yaoi series. It is
Yes.
also about that.
Well, of course it is, but it's also about that.
I'm glad Z and I are on the same page about what Metal Gear is about.
You just drew different conclusions.
I'm not trying to mess with you here. I'm just trying to follow whatever your logic is. You control Russia and its nukes, but you won't use the nukes because obviously that's insane. So what does controlling the country even mean? How are you using that to your advantage when you defend from US or American aggression?
Well, first of all, now if the US wants to attack us, it's almost like attacking Russia, right? They'd have to consider global retaliation possibilities, like any basic geopolitical alliance.
The proxy wars of 2000s and even still today would disagree with that notion.
Yeah.
Sure, but if you keep escalating with the U.S. government, have you really thought about what that alliance means? There's a reason Russia and all its nukes never fucked with America, because if they tried to, it would be a huge mess, like World War III. Then the nukes might start going off, and if it happens, everyone loses. So it seems like you're really doing here is creating situations that are increasingly elaborate stalemates. Yes, that is what mutually assured destruction is. It is a means to simply sit at the bargaining table by saying, if you try it, we all die.
Yep. Yeah, I think you've just fucking described the basic objective of international politics throughout all of the world history. I still don't know what your point is.
You also seem to be taking it as a given that the coups in Russia and whatever else are resulting in stable situations. Are you even sure about that? Now that you have a bunch of loyal clowns occupying the Kremlin or whatever, do you have any idea what sort of government they're going to establish?
Yeah, a better one.
Is there a president? Do they have a parliament or something? Is there a constitution?
Yeah, the Jubilant Manifesto.
Your manifesto doesn't even say anything about running a country. It's mostly just a bunch of absurd clown lore that came from your dreams. A lot of esoteric gender theory, half of which we both pull out of our ass one day, and a detailed manual of how to prank rich people out of all their money. There's nothing at all about governance or how to actually apply your socialist ideas in the form of a coherent state that emerges from a vacuum after all the revolutions you're causing. Did you even think about any of this?
Of course I didn't, because my fucking clown manifesto wasn't supposed to make me accidentally take over the world. It was just some preposterous shit I wrote for fun, and also possibly because I'm super fucked up and have brain problems. And one thing led to another, so all I could ever do was focus on survival. This is a bad thing to say right in front of your clown friend. Forgot his
No,
name.
she's nice. She's fine.
I haven't even had time to think about what the best way to manage society would be. The forces we're fighting won't even give us time to think about it. I feel like I can't even breathe. The stuff we're up against isn't suffocating. So all I can do is put my full attention on trying to defeat them. Once we've achieved total victory, there will be plenty of time to sort out how to run governments and shit.
Mm-hmm. But all that is happening now. Other collapsing countries literally need those answers right now. Or
fucking what? Ellipses, you're still laughing. Why are you laughing at me?
Stop
I'm sorry,
laughing.
I can't help it. I'm going full clown. I'm the Joker.
The Joker, baby.
I think I've had too much weed and lol. Your situation is just... I can't even handle this fucking conversation. To think the fate of the world hangs on the balance of whatever the fuck it is we're doing here.
Stop laughing at me. That's so fucking uncool.
Shoot Abby. Do it. Shoot her now.
Okay, maybe I don't have a perfect post-revolution plan, but so fucking what? That doesn't take anything away from what I've accomplished here. I've fucked around a bit this summer and practically brought the whole world to its knees.
No, the people brought the world to its knees.
We brought the world.
Exactly. You need
Us.
to remember your humble beginnings.
Yes.
Do you have any idea how shitty this country was? How bad life was for people who don't have billionaire parents? Have you even grasped yet how this pandemic we were already living in was a failed state? Well, who the fuck was doing anything about it? Obama? His rappy sidekick grandpa? Your K-pop boys? Obama's
Did
grandpa.
OBZ put on the paint yet? Have we seen that?
What paint?
I don't think so.
Oh no, it was The Rock. I was trying to remember like the one person that I really liked.
No, it's Post Malone. He put
Was
on
it? I do remember he put on the paint, and it looked very fitting.
Yeah.
Also, about like the nukes, I can't tell if Andrew Hussey has that kind of understanding about the governments in the world and
What about nukes being like the first
essentially
step
the
to
Cold War we
actually?
still live in, or
Oh,
if he's
yeah.
just like, that's just what Z thinks because she's dumb.
Well,
I could believe that, I guess.
I think the fact that that Abby is a character and she's saying the things that she is saying, that Andrew Hussey has at least a
That's
basic
true.
understanding.
Nobody was. I'm the one who had to kick the shit out of this country. I'm the one who lit a fire under everyone's asses to rip our capitalist nightmare state apart, while all the other weaklings were content to wait around for a useless election to solve their problems. Okay, a little bit based. And now you, of all people, who helped me do all this, have the audacity to laugh at me! Like I'm some shitty child throwing a tantrum. Well, fuck this. So what if I'm throwing a fucking tantrum?
Rees
Wait, what
and
am I
runs
looking at?
outdoor.
You can't tell. Oh, okay. There's a
She's
map
like-
on the wall. I
Yeah.
see. Fuck these maps. Fuck Martha's Vineyard. You're fucking right. I don't need a plan. I don't need to plan a fucking annexation. When I want Martha's fucking vineyard, I'll snap my fingers and Martha's vineyard will be fucking mine. Do you even know who you're dealing with? Does anybody fucking know yet? I am Z. I am the successor of Riotous, Lord of Queen of the Jubilites. I am conquering this pathetic planet 100 times faster than even he managed to. And you want to know the funny thing, dear Abigail? It wasn't even hard.
Z, I'm not sorry for laughing at you. You're
That was
right.
pretty funny.
There's no point in asking all these questions now. I should have brought this up a lot earlier. Yep, it is my fault. She is right. Back when we could have made better plans for the aftermath of all this, I was just as caught up in it as you were. It was fun, Z. The most fun I've ever had with anyone. I didn't want to ruin it with stuff like this, moral confrontations or whatever. I think mostly I was doing it because I'm gay. I did it because I just wanted you to like me. Yeah, because she's gay. I was fucking right.
Easy.
Although probably doesn't mean in that way like her, but
Yeah.
my headcanon is that is what she meant.
You hear a distant explosion somewhere.
I need to do a daily check of the websites.
Boom.
Oh shit, the power's out.
Oh,
Missile
shit.
pip!
Nope,
Check it.
nope.
Oh yeah, sorry!
Oh shit, the power's out. Mizzlebip, check if the blackout is only here or the whole island. This better not be what I fucking think it is.
She indicates her phone isn't getting any internet service.
Fuck!
What's happening?
What now? They might be making their move. If that's what's going on, then they're going for it a lot sooner than I thought they would.
Whomst?
Whom do you think? The fucking government. Gotta switch to our satellite internet backup system. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
Need to figure out what's happening on the rest of the island. Mizzlebip, give me a
Boom!
a boom. Blip, blip.
Ah, the old anti-air. Missile bip, no.
Oh no!
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
A group of hostile jubilites appear to be the aggressors here. Pack of familiar clowns you haven't seen in a while, not since tightening up your inner circle. Your guards spring into action, defending the compound.
They're mad clowns.
Mad clown disease.
That's the virus. That's what Z has right now.
Mm-hmm.
Abby, get somewhere safe.
Safe where?
Head to the basement. I'll take care of this.
Protect.
Get the fuck off
Oh,
me.
she's dead. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Thought she was just gonna get immediately pushed into bullets. It's time.
Metal Gear time.
Stocking up for a mission in MGS5 be like. She gonna go ride D-Horse into battle?
Oh shit, this is serious.
Is that the...
That's the name
Yeah.
of the horse in 5.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was gonna be the end of the chapter.
D-Horse. I like the idea of like just the person
Yowie.
wearing like the BDSM.
Oh no,
outfit.
D-Pussy.
No, not my
No.
favorite clown. Oh,
They're fast.
oh. I love that that's her only method of speech.
Oh, hell yeah. This is so fucking cool.
This is basically Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil a later plot point of Metal Gear, but there is a very noticeable commonality of a later plot point in the Metal Gear series and this game that I will address when we get to like Metal Gear Solid 4, whenever the fuck that is.
No!
We all remember
Galactus!
all of this. They're not trying to kill her?
Ah, I guess not.
Because I don't know why he'd waste his time, like, kicking the gun out of the way.
He's the monk. He's just doesn't have
Yeah.
one.
He only took the disarm feats.
He's the peace monk.
Yowie.
Plus,
Finishing move.
yeah, we battle plus 200% damage against homosexuals.
Ah, yes, the best use of that. To kill,
Mhm.
like, 7 people.
Yeah, use all of your grenades that individually could each probably kill 7 people.
Not the horse, no!
No, D.
Oh.
Thank you for saving D Horse.
D-Pussy, you will be remembered.
Ninjas. Clown
Basics
ninjas.
of CQC. She remembered
Revolve
them.
Russell.
Oh no, yeah, she's
Pretty
just-
good.
She's using her she's using the spinning technique to, counteract the recoil of her single action revolvers.
Yes.
they're just so amazed by the showmanship that they don't even bother stopping her. Like, actually, this is kind of cool.
Oh, the disarm monk. Ah.
D-Classy.
D-Classy. When the world needed him most, he was there.
Yeah.
Literally vibing.
Holy
What
fuck.
the fuck? Destroy everything. Very careful aim as to not hit Z.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
damn!
Andrew was like cooming as he made this whole scene.
Definitely.
Oh, no way! That's crazy.
Boom!
Ending of Persona 5 be like...
Wow, he's fucking gone.
It's a real high caliber revolver.
Yeah. It's a lot of recoil on that bad boy.
Yeah, the recoil just puts it into a spin.
Mm-hmm. That's literally the explanation for why Ocelot does that.
Who wants to be this guy?
Who put you up to this? You should.
Okay.
It's probably a one-off character.
Just do your Percy voice, but for this character.
Unless he doesn't say anything. Reaching.
Boom.
He was reaching! Turns out he was reaching for his clown manifesto.
Yes.
He's reaching for his Quran in his time of need, but accidentally misplaced it with his AR-15.
You hear her screaming. It's Abby. Sounds like it's coming from outside the house. Oh god, you hope she's not hurt.
No, Dior did die.
Abby! Thank God you're okay! Oh god, your horse. Abby, I'm so... ellipses.
Please, I can't. Just stay back. You can't do this, Z. You have to stop pulling me back in. Can you see this? This is ruining me. I'm losing everything. My parents, my house, my horse, my poor horse. The only thing I identified with in the entire world, now stripped from me. I think I even lost you. You're still here, but you're not. I lost the person you used to be. This insanity. And now I must go. My planet needs me.
What? Where? No, please, don't, Abby.
I'm leaving the island right now. I just have to go. I'll take a jet to South Korea. I don't even care if they grant me asylum. My heart cannot take another second of this.
Abby.
Goodbye, Z.
And she ran off into the forest, only to get shot
Mhm.
by the insurgents. Psychic damage is at critical.
Critical health. I'm sorry, D-Horse. I failed you. Failed Abby. Failed everybody on this island. Maybe everybody in the world. And you, the viewer, failed you too.
I failed you
I'm
most
so
of all.
sad. I can't take this. Should probably just go with her, shouldn't I? No. I don't think she'll let you do
Nope.
that.
Nope, you're in too deep. You gotta sip the Jim
Who
Jones
did
juice.
this to you? Who did all of this? It was a fucking mutiny, but how did this start? Who's the rat?
Mm-mm.
Me, I'm the rat. It's a really cool pose for your CIA picture.
Yeah.
Elizabeth informs you she found this on the body of one of the mutinous clowns. She meekly asks you if you have any idea what it could mean.
No, she just made the fucking emoji face.
I don't know what this is. Never mind. Death Eyes, I'm not going anywhere.
Later,
I mean, I'm
the
pretty
sun-
sure that's a fake. Like,
Yeah. Almost certainly.
it's a
Later.
plant from Mizzlebip to ensure that
over.
we went to war.
Yeah, I bet you Mizzlebip is actually the real ringleader here. She got fucking, who is it? Joculine to get that one tattoo on her right arm, just like she
Mhm.
did. And she's actually the one person who's been antagonizing us all this time. Yeah. Later,
Yeah,
the
you
sun
know.
has gone down, and Abby's
By
house...
getting the same tattoo, you know, they became one person, and now Joculine lives on in Mizzlebip.
No, Mizzlebip was the person Joe Killeen was thought to be all this time.
I see.
Later, the sun has gone down, and Abby's house is all but lost to the fire. But not before you and Mizzlebip rescued some needed equipment and retreated to the horse barn. You've hooked up, you hooked the satellite internet dish and routed her up to a portable power source. Mizzlebip offered her phone's backup battery, which still had enough juice to power the setup for a while. This allowed you to spend some time catching up online with what just happened. You communicate with others on the island who've rigged similar setups. It's as you thought. The government blew the underwater lines that power everything here. They detonated the bombs on this side of water, which means there could be any number of objectives deployed. Not just the ones you and Mizzlebip just took out. You find it utterly contemptible. The CIA? They're up to their old shit.
Classic CIA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just as incompetent as ever, if I'm being honest. Embedding agents in enemy countries. I didn't mean it, CIA. Please don't science me. Engaging in subversive activity, trying to topple governments from within. You should have known this would be the play. You just didn't think they'd be this blatantly aggressive this soon. They're breaking the treaty a lot earlier than you thought they would. Well, that's the decision that will come with a steep price. You scrap all your plans. Everything about the carefully plotted annexation of Martha's Vineyard. All your patient, long game stuff, every bit of it is going in the garbage. You're about to start winning it. Already we're winging it, buddy. During this entire campaign, you've always felt at your most powerful when you're improvising, when your survival instincts are kicking in. That's when your enemies have always had the most to fear, and tonight will be no exception. You begin relaying messages to everyone on the island who has a connection. You tell them to get the word out wherever they can that she's going to address everyone in person. You target the local high school, which has been vacant for months. You notice on the map it has a football field with bleachers. This should be perfect. By habit, you open your ongoing text message with ring 3, but quickly close it. No use texting a bunch of dead clowns, half of which turned out to be traitors. You work your way further down the chain of command and give everyone the message to spread. Meet at the field at midnight. Light it up with whatever they've got. Headlights and bonfires. Mizzlebip will stream what you say via satellite. You will speak to your people when they need you the most. You will speak to the entire world.
Have you seen that one? The CIA reminded me of this. Have you seen that one article from like a long time ago? It's like CIA has said it found no link between itself and crack trade in the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I posted a meme of that.
I think I might. Do you just want to do one extra long
Your Honor,
episode?
I have investigated and found myself innocent.
Yeah, basically.
Here it is.
Do we want to have one extra long just episode for this chapter and the next chapter? Because I just realized we've been going for an hour now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I've got to go make dinner soon. So
okay, we'll just get this chapter done here.
We'll just finish this one.
Your eyes scan the dark landscape for the high school. It's not hard to spot it all from a great distance. Looks like they got the message. The field full of clowns, fervently anticipating the arrival of their supreme honk-effects. Even from 1,000 feet above, you can tell the atmosphere is electric. Little is more important than the skillful implementation of theatrics, as this nation is about to be rudely reminded.
I like how there's like a dozen cars, like that's all they have on the fucking island.
What the fuck was that flash of image?
I don't know.
I'll pause it and post and take
Buggy
a look
ass
at it.
game.
Please do. I'm quite curious about this.
Purple Man.
Yeah. This had 2 animations, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go salute at the grave of the another Metal
Yes.
Gear reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this game's like alright and all, but everything this game has said, Metal Gear said better and with more ninjas.
Yes.
Kind of true.
So
You're that ninja.
basically just worse Metal Gear is what
Wait,
this
Metal Gear has more ninjas than this?
yeah.
There were an awful lot of ninjas.
But like or cyborg ninjas specifically.
There's just a cat in that audience. Hold up.
Yeah. It's all inclusive, bro.
Damn, dude, I didn't know we had cat-gendered people.
Someone with one of those dogs, or like a dog that has like the shirt on. It's like, my dog would vote Democrat. Shut the fuck up. Your dog's a dog.
Your dog votes for more
Your
trees.
dog doesn't have voting rights. Shut up.
Oh, they're just a bunch of furries. Okay.
Yeah. The intersectionality of furries and clowns, I suppose.
If pets could vote, who would they vote for?
They would vote for that one mayor in that one city who's a dog.
Hell yeah.
Yes. The United States of America has begun its siege against us.
They would vote. I changed my answer. They would vote for Pete Buttigieg because he's a rat fuck.
True. They cut the power shrouding this island in darkness. But does this football field look dark to you? You brought your own
bit.
fire to the field, flooded the pitch with your high beams. And I can see you, I can see all of you, and so can the world. Zawarudo!
Whoa, I have something called a stand.
My
Yeah.
stand will defeat the United States government.
My stand, rightus.
They actually believe this will work. They believe we will cower. They believe we will whimper, then snap at each other like dogs and fight amongst ourselves. That our resolve will deteriorate. That we will tuck our tails and run the moment we lose electricity.
I would like to point out there is a rat fuck in the middle of.
Yeah.
No,
see?
And I would also like to point out that Riotous is a song and a band, so it would
Ooh,
work as a
play it.
stand.
During this.
Shit.
No, I don't want to get this video taken down.
Play the MIDI version of it during whenever Riotous is on screen.
I'll go slap a wall and auto-tune it and make that an instrument for the MIDI version. You can listen to that.
Wait, hold up. Can we just auto-tune me saying
Yeah, I can do that. I can get that.
or all right or one of my yeah?
The moment we can't check our phones all day, the moment we are forced to log off, that is how much they think of us. That is what they think we're made of.
Forced to log off.
The
It's
moment
too
we
real.
wonder about about the future of our ability to eat, the moment we fear the walls will close in and their troops will storm our shores, they think our fear will cause our members to peel off, scatter and disband, while the rest of us watch our depleting ranks get back in their boats and fuck off back home. But they forget to take one thing into consideration: my stand. This is our home now.
Wow, she's orange.
She's
This
becoming
is the
Trump.
annoying orange.
That's better.
They believe we are afraid, but I'm standing in front of you all for the first time. And I don't see any fear here, I see only determination. Don't you understand how much they tip their hands? When they show how much they think we will fear them, it's for one reason only. It's because they are the ones who are afraid. They project their fear of what we stand for onto us. And because they see their own fear in us, they presume we will shatter under the very kind of pressure that they know would shatter them. You hear how they talk about us on the corporate media? You see the stories, the contemptuous tone, the fucking finger wagging. This is an epic picture.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
This just
They
looks
look
like
at
an
our-
ICP concert.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
They look at our gatherings from their aerial footage spying on us from the safety of their studios, insulted by their enormous salaries.
Insulated.
Insulated by their enormous salaries.
Thank you.
and they judge and they scold. They say, "Look at these fools. Shouldn't they be sheltering in place like the rest of the country?" Yeah, that's what they're worried about, dude. Shouldn't they be getting ready to vote in another hollow election? Shouldn't they just be going home and restoring the country to the very sense of order and comfort that was fucking lost? The order and comfort that never even fucking existed? But look at our situation. What choice do we have but together when faced with our own annihilation? How convenient it is for rich media personalities and political hacks to sit there and hypocritical reprimand telling us we all need to stay apart, when their own genocidal response to this pandemic has shown us all how badly the vermin who hold power need to be overthrown. There's this lame fucking landmark in America, a place kids go on field trips to see, pretty close to where I grew up. It's called Plymouth Rock. I remember when I went to it, what I felt. I thought, that's it? It's fucking tiny. Picture.
Yeah, this is a real Trump type speech.
I should have done a Trump voice for all of it. It's fucking tiny. You picture the Rock of Gibraltar or whatever. The thing's only like 6 feet wide. It's a pitiful little pellet. And that's exactly when it reminded me of like a fucking BB, a sad little iron ball, like something a rabbit would shit out, shoved into an antique musket and fired the fuck across the Atlantic Ocean. She puts fuck in the weirdest spots. It embedded itself in the flesh of this land long ago, making a faint pockmark that could have healed quickly. But there was one problem. That pellet was laced with poison. What is this? She's getting all bent out of shape about the little Plymouth Rock. It seeped through the veins
being
of this...
triggered by Plymouth Rock.
Why does everyone like this? It seeped through the veins of this land gradually, east to west, surging up and down through vast arteries like the Mississippi. This episode's running really long, so we're gonna speed it up. But we're on the soil, and we were born onto it, forced to walk it, and pretend the land under our feet isn't an agony from the atrocities wrought by this poison. She starts to talk faster to confuse everybody and think it makes sense. That's all I could think when I was a kid on my field trip to that little rock. I kept asking myself, why was this ever enshrined? But today, finally, it makes sense to me. Its enshrinement is glaring acknowledgement of the shallow moral basis for the so-called American experiment. The size of this shitty little pebble symbolizes the moral strength of the nation's settlement and subsequent conquest. Yeah. Celebrating that rock is almost like an American in-joke. And the punchline is that there's no moral basis for the establishment of this nation at all. The foundation on which America was built is disease-rotten, and the absolute brink of societal collapse is where this fool's errand got us. It's transforming. I see that little pebble and I see a fucking Grinch heart. Roll credits. And no, please. And no matter how much Whoville signs, I promise you, this is one heart that'll never grow even 1 inch bigger. So fuck that pitiful rock. But this whole island, this is our fucking rock. It's a billion times bigger, stronger, and rooted deep in the ocean. It's not fucking going anywhere, and neither are we. The revolution we begin today has orders of magnitude and more clarity and righteousness than whatever the fuck was in the minds of those raggedy, murderous settlers who washed up on these shores so long ago. So I want to make something fucking clear to whoever's listening out there. In no uncertain terms, I am now declaring it is our intention to completely and utterly destroy the United States government.
In Minecraft.
Woo.
In Minecraft.
No, they know. They know now. We can't.
Yeah.
Damn it! In Roblox.
Yeah, in Roblox.
We will replace this vile, corrupt, imperialistic farce known as American democracy and replace it with a mode of governance that is non-intrinsically predicated on centuries of terror and genocide, and one that I almost had it. Instead, it meets every need of its people without excuse or compromise.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You see, these are all capitals, so you have to read them letter by letter.
Nope, I don't care.
That'll be on the Patreon or OnlyFans exclusive. W-H-A.
WHATHASTHISNATIONA.
What has this nation really given you? What do you have to show for your unconditional allegiance, your patience, your sense of duty, your votes, and your good faith? All of it is rewarded by what exactly? A choice between two demented, corrupt, babbling, elderly rapists. Your lifetime of devotion has earned you the honor of existing in the one nation on Earth which has far and away the worst conceivable response to a global disease, which may as well be an advanced version of the fucking flu. Wow, now she's calling it just the flu, huh?
Whoa.
Cancelled.
Andrew.
These
What are you saying, bud?
These liars, frauds, conmen, and charlatans who fill the ranks of the media corporations, political parties, and government, these are bastard weaklings who you would continue to simp for? Yes, you're simping for Trump. Enough. Give up on this failed state once and for all, and join us as we rise up.
Gamers!
To all in the government that would try to suffocate us on this island, who fear me, who want nothing more than to crush all of us here and be done with it, you know this. Not a single soul on this island is who you have to worry about anymore. Who you must worry about now is everyone else in this fucking country. We are everywhere, we are pissed, we are resolute, and we will fucking destroy you. We will burn the apparatus which keeps all of you rich and powerful. We will cast those ashes into the sea, and we will rest at nothing until we have completed our mission. Jubilates of America, jubilates of the world, make yourself seen, make yourselves heard. This is a war I have started, but tonight I am trusting all of you to finish it.
Wow, you're literally just fucking pushing it off on somebody else.
In one chapter. Mic drop.
Oh, it's gonna be really loud. Don't do that. That's like obnoxious. Please don't do that.
Really, really loud, and it's gonna be on all their
Yeah.
smartphones.
Oh, never mind, it hasn't dropped yet. Fuck,
Oh.
we sent for you.
I'm waiting for some of them to be like, wait, did she just downplay the virus?
Yeah, one of them's like, wait, we've had like
It's like a global
like
pandemic,
a couple
you know?
That's a
thousand
dick on
people
the right.
on this island
It's
alone
not just
die
a
from it.
floozy, it's actually like pretty dangerous.
That's a dick on the right, though, as I said.
Yes.
It's important that everybody knows.
No, it's
that.
just some pranksters, bro.
You've put enough distance between yourself and the football field, Reveille, that you suddenly notice the silence. This is disturbing silence, a loud one. Like the one you noticed that fateful night 4 months ago. The noise that made by the ominous humming well of satanic potential. The noise you can never hear unless you think to listen for it. And by the time you notice you're listening, it's too late. You can't stop hearing it.
Yeah, it's the wind turbines.
Once
They're
you
just
turn
too
into
loud.
it, you begin noticing other sounds you can't be sure were there before, like the sound of different aircrafts becoming less distant with each passing moment. Were those military planes cruising there before?
Must
And
have
what
been
about
my
those?
imagination.
There's always aircraft probing your island. It's nothing new, but did your speech change anything? Are those ones closing in? Are these the ones that will finally end it all? You listen more closely.
Get under a box. Hide.
It's Russia. They're here.
You can't tell.
Here
All
to
you
help.
can hear is the damned silence, the humming in your head, going on and on since you made the mistake of noticing the devil is humming a quiet little tune at you, almost like he's just been amused. And you doubt he's ever found much cause to express pleasure unless many, many people are about to die. Oh, fuck, you're fucked.
Ooh.
Oh, it's Russia. They're here. They're here to help.
This is you.
Joel. Come on, bro, it's just one letter.
Z-
That's all she had time to say.
Are we the baddies?
Oh man, I saw the fucking.
could
I've watched this show that's from, and it's pretty good. It's a good sketch comedy show.
I love that she's always in the background and Indian Abby.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of declared war on the government now.
Yeah, I kind of hate the CIA. She's like, yeah, me too, but like, come on.
What the fuck did I just do? That's me when I declare war on the U.S. government.
In Roblox.
in Roblox.
I want that to, like, Call of Duty, U.S. government versus pro streamers, and just like title the streams like declaring war on the U.S. government.
End of chapter 8. We'll see you next time, gamers.